Thank you, Malika. Welcome, everyone, to a Thursday night in Boston. It was just 2 nights ago. The Celtics put their fans through an anxiety-filled 53-minute game, but they prevailed to take Game 1. Now the fans hoping they'll take Game 2. And now it's up to the Pacers to respond like they've had so many times in these playoffs. As we welcome you to NBA Courtside, presented by Pronamel. And then there were 4 in the East. The home team won Game 1. Last night in the West, the road team the victory is Dallas winning in Minneapolis. And good evening, everyone. Along with JJ Redick and Doris Burke, Mike bringing on hand. Lisa Salters with us as well. Welcome to Game 2. Game 1 had a little bit of everything. They had a comeback, they had a collapse, and they needed an extra period before the game was decided. Doris, let's start with the Pacers. That was a crushing loss. But this team, the reason they're still playing is because they're so resilient. And if they look back at Game 1, they did a lot of great things.
There were only 2 brief stretches where they struggled and showed their youth. To start the game in the final 5 minutes and 30 seconds. In between, they had the Boston Celtics' attention, and rightly so. And we'll begin with their 24-year-old point guard, who is dynamic and relentless with his movement. You think he gives up the basketball, your job is over? Oh, no, sir. He's going to relocate into 3. He's a dynamic passer, and the ball's going to fly around. In the first half, their sweet shooting big Miles Turner was 7 for 10. And then Pascal Siakam in the second half, Mike, gets to the middle of the floor in pick and roll and proved every bit the calm shot-making force they need him to be. 7 different guys were in double digits. They force you to pay great attention on the defensive end for the full 24 seconds.
Well, with more on the Pacers, let's check in for the first time tonight with Lisa Salters. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Well, everyone is curious to see how this young Pacers team will respond tonight, knowing that they let Game 1 get away. And Tyrese Halliburton said, yeah, we were disappointed on Tuesday. But once we watched the film, he said, we actually came away encouraged and confident, knowing that we can play with this team and that we deserve to be here. Halliburton said their takeaway from Game 1, we were the better team for 47 minutes and 50 seconds. He said we were in control, we should have won the game, but we didn't. Halliburton said the one thing he has learned throughout these playoffs is that you have to have a short memory. And the key to bouncing back tonight, he said, is coming out with energy. And once again, taking it one possession at a time. Mike.
All right, thank you, Lisa. Meanwhile, for Boston, their mantra all season long has been whatever it takes. JJ, it took a lot to get the win in Game 1. Not exactly the way they probably wanted it to go, but they got the job done.
They got the job done because of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They led the way, particularly when the game was on the line. The Celtics forced a turnover with under 10 seconds, had a chance to send it to overtime. Jaylen Brown took advantage with a ridiculously tough shot. And then in the extra period, it was all Jason Tatum. He did a ton of damage throughout the game in the paint, getting to the free throw line. And then when the Celtics needed a dagger, they went to their 2-man action with Derek White and Jason Tatum stepping behind the line, a little shot fake side step, knocking it down. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown now have 16 playoff games together where they score 25 or more each.
Meanwhile, Boston has lost Game 2 in the first round. In the second round, they are determined to end that Game 2 streak tonight. Pacers much improved on the road. They want to tie it up. They're determined to even the series. We can't wait for Game 2.
NBA Courtside on ESPN is presented by new Pronamel Repair Mouthwash. Actively repairs enamel beyond brushing alone.